Hello, hello. How's everybody out there in Twitch land? Welcome to another episode of Mega Man 4 Action. I am Iraq Vet 0304. We're going to get this race started here soon. We want to give shoutouts to Speedgaming for hosting this Mega Man 4 tournament for us. Shoutouts to Mr. Cab and everybody behind the scenes. It's going to be a fun one. We got notriley4 going up against Palpiblade. Palpiblade. And if you guys don't know, notriley4 has a PB of about, let's see, 3741, which is about the 13th on the board, on the leaderboards. Now, Palpiblade is normally a Buster-only speedrunner. So Palpiblade has a PB of 4358 on the Buster-only board. So we're going to see Palpable breaking out some Buster-only strats, while notriley is going to hang out with the any percent strats. It's going to be a fun race to watch. I'm looking forward to it. Waiting. Okay, it looks like they're ready. I don't know who is... We are ready to go. Okay. Let's see what happens now. Can everybody hear me all right? Anybody out there? Can all y'all hear me? I'm sure you can. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited. I can't wait. I love speedrunning this game. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Like I said, Palpiblade is normally a Buster-only speedrunner, so we're gonna see some different strats here. We're gonna see some different routes, some different usage of the weapons, and Palpiblade's defense non-usage of weapons. Both had really good, respectable times on the boards, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Mega fun, that's right. It is mega fun. I don't know who's doing like the Speedgaming, like the... I don't know who's running the Speedgaming thing, if they can like move it to ready to go or not, but I don't have those controls. I don't know what we need to do here. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't have the controls to move it over to live. Yeah, so we're just gonna chill, I guess, until something happens. Because I gotta get moving over here. I don't know what's going on. Invite you in, okay. Right. I don't have permission. I don't have permission, do I? Okay, this is weird. Sorry guys, we're having some technical difficulties. Get through this, I promise. Oh, there he is. Here he is. Oh, Mr. Cab's gonna commentate with me. Okay.
Hi.
Yo, Mr. Cab, what's up? How are you doing today?
This timer set up.
I got the race room going, but
is Palpy?
Yeah, Palpy and Not Riley's both ready to go. It's just
I'm doing the crop now. I could show you where this is later tonight.
Gotcha.
We will go with this and hope for the best. Okay. Let me see. Are you ready to get going?
The runners are ready to, yeah. They're ready to go.
Okay.
I'm ready.
I'm going to switch the layout then, and you can go live.
All right, sounds good.
All right. I'll just hang out here for a bit, but you're good to go.
Thank you. All right, guys, so welcome in. We're going to get this show on the road. Welcome into Speedgaming's Mega Man 4 online tournament. Today we got Palpiblade versus notriley4. Once again, Palpiblade is a Buster only runner, and Not Riley more at any percent. So we're going to see a lot of different strats and a lot of different routes and stuff. So it's going to be a fun one. We're going to get these racers ready to go here, and we're going to get started. Here we go. All right, the race is starting. Good luck, gentlemen. And we're off and kicking. Can't wait. I'm excited to watch this one. Let's see, I gotta pull up my my window here, make sure I can see everything. Okay. A bit of delay. Okay. This is weird. The race is in progress, but nothing's happening. What the heck is going on?
Oh, they'll be getting started just soon. Don't worry about me. I'm just a ghost here.
Yeah. Oh, here it goes. It's just taking a minute. The delay is super long. Wow. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking. Alright, so right off the bat, we're gonna see some different strats here. We got Palpiblade starting off in Drill Man. Notriley going into Pharaoh first. Like a pro. Pharaoh first in the 80% route is technically the faster run. About 6 seconds overall faster if you do everything right somehow. A lot of people like myself go right first when it comes to 80%, but you know, I think it's worth doing whenever you're as strong of a runner as like Notriley is. It's worth doing barrel first because you can get some really good times, really good time saves. Notriley is a seasoned runner. It's good to see him running again. It's been a while since I've seen a Notriley run. And meanwhile, Palpy is making his way through these rock crusher sections here. I don't know what else to call them, but these big rocks that fall down on your head if you're not careful. They do a lot of damage, so again, it's a little scary hallway there. We'll see it again a little later, and we'll see Notriley do a little bit different strat a little later too. So again, both runners going into boss fights. Palpiblade is gonna try to get Drill Man down without him taking a bunch of dives. See, Drill Man can dive into the ground, costing you about 4 seconds each time. The more he does it, the more time you're gonna lose, obviously. And whereas Pharaoh Man, he just likes to jump around a lot, like you're seeing with Notriley here. He's just a little jumpy bro. Hopefully he'll calm down here and actually sit still so he can kill him and take his power. And there you go. Just like that, both Robot Masters down. GG's, guys. Getting that magic pixel, getting right there in the center so you can avoid jumping all the way up and then back down. If you jump halfway up, then it just skips a little bit, saves you about, I don't know, like 2 seconds, I think it is. So, both runners making it through. Palpiblade's gonna get that rush jet, and since there's really no need to use a lot of different weapons, the only time we're gonna use like balloons or rush jet in Buster only for Palpy is when we can't traverse areas without using something, you know? So we'll see that a little later on. But as far as the 8 robos are concerned, you should be able to make it through fairly well without using too much extra help. Again, Buster only for Palpy, Notriley doing any percent. Palpy's number 3 on the leaderboards in Buster only, with a time of 43:18, I think it is. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of cool Buster only strats going on here. Meanwhile, Notriley going into balloon madness here in Brightman stage. This is a tricky strat to do because you can easily not set the balloons right and get crushed in that wall up there. So you gotta be careful when doing it. And he does it perfectly. I mean, like a pro that he is. I mean, those were some really good balloons right there. Palpy is struggling with this Dust Crusher and gets crushed. Couldn't make it through that last Crusher. I mean, he was struggling there, man. I was worried about him, and he just couldn't get through. Old Mega Man's been putting on a few pounds since last Thanksgiving at Dr. Wily's house. Couldn't quite slide through there. But we're good. We got it. We can, you know, Get back there. We go skin the cat again, but we made it. Meanwhile, notriley going into Brightman's fight. Brightman will flash the screen at even numbers of health values, so you want to make sure you offset that. Oh no, notriley getting a little bit too close for comfort to Brightman and taking a death there. Good thing it's a short death, but man, that's a painful death to take. The bosses do like 8 hit points worth of damage, so they hit like a Mack truck. You don't want to get hit by them, but sometimes it happens. Sometimes you get a little close. It happens. With the sparrow shot's broken, so you can charge one above your head, and if you're still holding B, you can still have a whole full charge left in the chamber. So as soon as you let one go, or let go of B, flies out another full charge shot. So you get 2 for the price of 1, just by holding B a little bit longer. notriley making up for that quick little death there against Brightman. Brightman could be a pain, you know. I used to get stuck in Brightman stage. Used to call it hashtag all brighters, because you just could never get out of Brightman stage. You're gonna be there all night. Now here's gonna be a big difference here. Both are going into Ringman, but notriley is gonna be using these balloons, whereas Palpiblade is just gonna stick with Buster only. So you're gonna see a really good side-to-side comparison of strats here in this one stage, because this is one of the few times they're actually going to be in the same stage until castle stages. Well, Poppy making it through these turns really smoothly. So that big charge shot meant to go down to that saw down at the bottom of your screen you saw there. And what that does is it kind of negates some of the on-screen lag, because with Mega Man 4 there is a lot going on, and the more that goes on your screen, the laggier it gets. So if you can minimize that, obviously you're going to save some time there. I mean, you're not going to save a bunch, but over the course of the whole game, the more lag reduction you can do, the more time you're going to save. In the long run, that is. And, you know, just reducing that little bit of lag just helps you kind of get through that little spot. And sometimes when you get lagged up, you know, it kind of throws you off your little strat too, because you just, oh, there's too much going on. Especially in Dustman's stage with the lag room. We call it the lag room because there's just so much going through, and it's just super laggy. Super dangerous too. Palpiblade making it through the death section, as I call it, in Ringman stage. It's easy to die there. I died there yesterday at my race because I dropped an input. I went to jump from one ledge to the other and I lost an input. Alright, Palpiblade's going to be doing some Buster only Ringman strat fights. And notriley used the 80% version and just smoked Ringman so fast I didn't even see it. I looked away for 2 seconds and then he was done. That's how fast that Ringman fight is in 80%. You're going to use a lot of health and ammo, but my god, it's quick and fast and looks cool. Now here's an interesting strat from notriley and Dustman stage. It's going to use Pharaoh here, which is quicker, but definitely scary, and it's hard to use. I've tried to do this strat, and it's tricky, because you gotta do everything just right. And like I said, with this particular route he's in right now, it gets laggy. So if you miss one of these ladybugs, you see how it gets a little laggy, especially with just that ammo drop on the screen. You know, you got the things coming up on the ground, the ammo drops, so it's a little nerve-wracking. Now you're coming up to the crushers here. Notriley gonna do fast crushers. Fast crusher setup is looking good here. Oh, and he gets it like a pro. Look at that. Look at that. Making it look easy. Making it look easy, not really is. Those fast crushers, and they scare me every time because I've gotten crushed too many times, more times than I like to admit. That's why I just resort to doing the crusher zip. Got tired of getting crushed. So in Palpiblade screen, you're gonna see him kill these snails, but whenever Riley gets to Toadman stage, you're gonna see a different strat. Because you can actually skip these mini bosses in Toadman stage if you use Brightman's weapon, which is super broken in this game. And since we're gonna be using it a lot, I'll tell you, it runs on like a world timer. The freeze, the flash stop itself, runs on like a world timer of like 5 seconds. But when you slide, it doesn't count down. So if you can chain your slides perfectly, you can potentially use one flash stopper usage for an entire screen. And it comes in handy, especially in places like Drill, when we'll see it again using Drill, or in Toadman stage. So, but after the 8 robos are done, we pretty much won't see Flash Stopper anymore. Or we shouldn't, at least. But Palpiblade making short work of Toadman. Toadman is pretty easy to get down. Just keep shooting him in the belly when he does his belly rolls, and he won't do his full screen animation of rain, acid rain. Riley is just making his way through this Skullman stage. By the way, Skullman stage, I like it a lot for the balloon work. In the very beginning, you saw him do the zip there in the skull wall. That's the one and only zip in this game that is viable. And now you see Riley breaking out the flash stopper strats. Going to be chaining his slides, making that flash stopper last. Now we're going into Skullman fight. And really the only RNG thing about Skullman is his shield. He can drop his shield at random amounts, random times. He can do short, long, super short, you know. Palpiblade missing the balloon jump, but it's okay because he does a buster only strat, so he's not even gonna use balloon, but getting the balloon transports him from where he got the balloon to where he's at now, kind of like the checkpoint stage. So it advances you to the next checkpoint in the stage. It's a little quicker, but it's not too bad of a time loss for him. So no sweats for that, because like I said, he's not even going to use it. He's got Rush Jet and Rush Coil to use to get over gaps and bridges that he can't normally cross. So he'll be fine. It's fine. Diamond stage here, another stage where we're going to use Bright's weapon all the way through it, Flash Stopper all the way through. Also, you can't cancel out of your slide while you're underwater. It's kind of a pain, and if you slide too much in Diamond stage, you'll slide right into a pit of spikes. But if you kind of put your slides in the right spot, you'll just make it. You know, it just takes a little finesse, takes a little practice, getting used to it. There we go. Pharaoh was a bit of a bro for Palpy, just kind of stood there, took it on the chin. It looked like it. Another whale for Riley to bust her down. Look at that. Nice little mash there. Now that's the pit. That jump he did over that pit. That is where wire normally is, but there's no use for wire. It's completely useless weapon in there. Get in this game. We don't need it. Who needs wire? Leave it in the trash bin that it's in. Nothing but spikes and a wire, a useless wire in that trash bin. So don't go down that pit. Plus, it loses a lot of time. If you accidentally slide in that pit, you lose a bunch of time. Use wire against Cossack Claw. Yeah. No, I am not a wire kind of guy. Now, I will get wire if I just want to mess around, because you can do like a little trick in Cossack 3 using wire where it sucks you up to the sky and you can just go through the auto scroller without doing anything. It just auto scrolls the whole scene. Like, you don't have to do anything, and then at the end of the scene you just let go of wire and fall onto the ladder, and there you go. It's a neat little thing. Wow, notriley just did some chainsaw sliding there underneath that big jumper that looked amazing. I gotta give it up for the runners like notriley and Sage Hero and all them at the top of the boards, you know. Man, their chain sliding, their movement is just impressive. Like, very, very cool to see. It's really solid movement like this. It gets me excited to watch runs like these. Like Palpiblade, even doing Buster only strats, has some really solid movement. Really good sliding, really good movement. He's not wasting a lot of time. Just doing what he needs to get done. Moving through this really well. So, I mean, I don't know, like, where they're at, like, as far as how close one or the other is. We're gonna really see the difference whenever we get to castle stages. But I think we're fairly close. I mean, we're pretty close as far as the race is concerned. Let's see how many dives Riley gets. That could help us out. Help us gauge where we're at here. Go once. Let's see. Look over here. Okay, so we got 2 more Robot Masters for Palpiblade. Notriley getting Drill Man down, and all has left is Code Man, so we're actually a stage ahead of Palpiblade. So it looks like notriley is in the lead by a whole stage. So that's good. I mean, that's good that both runners are getting through it without a lot of issues. I haven't seen really a lot of these runners take a lot of issues yet. Riley had a unfortunate death, but so did Palpiblade, so we're kind of right there together, so it's anybody's ball game. Anything can happen in Mega Man 4, especially in races, as I well know. I mean, whenever I race, that's whenever I find all the mistakes that I generally make is during races, because that's whenever I make the most mistakes. I'll just watch back my old races and learn what I did wrong. And practice from there, because man, I tell you what, my races are god awful. I don't think I've had one or two good races though. I mean, I do pretty well on occasion, but it's tough when you're racing Mega Man 4. It's scary. Anything could happen. Is Skullman stage the only safe zip possible in a speedrun? There's safe zips out there, but Skull Run Zip is the most RTA viable, which means it only saves time, or it saves time in the best possible way, okay? Like, for example, there's a zip that is in the Dust Crushers that I generally do. Now, you can do it, and it's safe to do, and it's easy to do, but you're losing about 2 to 3 seconds doing it. Than the actual fastest strat available. You see what I'm saying? So the fastest strat known out there right now in Skullman stage is that zip, so that's what they call it, RTA valuable. It means that's the suggested fastest route is to use that zip in Skullman. And that is the only one that you'll ever see. Now, if there is a person out there that could somehow figure out how to successfully do the refight skip, which is, if you ever want to see it, look up the TAS run, the TAS run of Mega Man 4 80%, and you'll see some zips. You'll see a bunch of zips, but the main one is the refight zip. Now that would save a bunch of time, but it requires you doing like 19 different exact perfect movements. So frame perfect movements, like 19 or 20 back-to-back frame perfect movements. So the only thing that's ever done that is a computer. So meanwhile, looks like Palpiblade is going to finish up their last A-Robo Master, while notriley is in the sliding section of this Cossack 1, which is the most dangerous. I'd say, oh no, Palpiblade taking a death at the whale. Just saw that out of the corner of my eye. That's not good. Then spikes will reach out and grab you in Dive Man stage. I'll tell you about that underwater sliding. It's tricky. If you're not positioned right, you can slide right into some spikes. You can fall into some spikes. You gotta be careful. Uh-oh. Riley having some issues here with these balloons. Oh no! Gets an unwanted screen transition. Oh no. We're gonna use a little bit more balloons than we prefer, but notriley can bring it back in. We're really back in here. It's just little tricky. That ladder portion with the balloons is a little tricky because you gotta space them out right, take some damage off those slinkies, and then slide into the last ladder while you're still in iframes. So a little tricky. Meanwhile, Mothra has a 1 pixel hitbox, and the ring boomerang itself has a 1 pixel hitbox. So matching it up is a little painful because the ring can do a little craziness. But they exit out their stages both respectively at the same time. So Palpiblade finishes their 8 robos in about 22:06. Notriley moving on to Cossack 2. Now, if you want to see some really cool balloon action, pay attention to Cossack 2 here for notriley. You're going to see a lot of... Oh no, he's out of balloon. Oh no. Usually we have balloon here. Usually we have balloons here, and we can navigate this a little bit easier, but because we don't, we're gonna have to kind of play it by ear. We don't do this strat very often, so you see him kind of like adjusting there on the fly, is because we don't. I mean, usually we have balloon. Race happens. It's a race, man. Like, things happen in the race that you just aren't prepared for. That's the great equalizer of Mega Man 4, right? Stuff happens. Like I said, there's that lag coming up on that screen again with a lot of things on the screen. We gotta reduce that lag. Palpiblade in the castle stages going through this section, this ice hall section, really smoothly. Impressive. Now here's where I told you they're going to start using some different weapons. The only time they're going to use some different weapons when they can't traverse areas where they normally could. Using Coil here, for example, to get up this vertical movement here. Or using, like here, he's just going to go from ladder to ladder to ladder instead of using Jet, because you can successfully traverse this area without using... Oh no, gets an unwanted screen transition as well as notriley. Wow. Now we gotta switch back to Coil. It's gonna cause Palpiblade to lose some time here. We'll lose a lot of time. Notriley. Meanwhile, notriley's gotta be careful here in Square Machine fight, because if you die in the castle stages, there's no boss checkpoint. There's only the beginning and middle checkpoints, And if you die to Square Machine, it is gonna send him back to the middle of the stage. So yeah, we're gonna take a third cycle here, just to be safe, so we don't die, which is smart. Smart of notriley to kind of slow down, take it easy, decide to take a third cycle here just to be safe. Meanwhile, Palpiblade, Buster, and only this Mothra got him down pretty well. Nicely done. Nicely done, Palpiblade. I gotta say, I'm impressed with Palpiblade's Buster only strats, man. They're looking really solid, looking really clean. I like it. You know, save for a few mistakes, which happens because this is a race. We all make mistakes. I mean, notriley's made mistakes. I make a bunch of mistakes. That's the way it happens, right? That's to be expected when you race Mega Man 4. Like, you expect the wheels to fall off. Now, again, here in Cossack 2, you're gonna see a different strat by Palpiblade. Well, I thought you were gonna see a different strat. I don't know what he was going for there. I don't know what he was going for there, but I was gonna say, I think you can get, use Jet, Rush Jet through that spike section. But maybe he was just trying to call Jet a little later on the spikes. I don't know, I've never seen this strat. Let's see. Oh wow. Okay, so he makes it to the first platform, then calls Jet, which is faster. Okay. I like it. It makes sense. But the problem is like what you see at the first half is dying, because you gotta space, you gotta chain your slides out just right with your iframes. You gotta time it perfectly so you don't die while you're sliding on spikes. I did that last night in my race. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Good old Mega Man 4 quality racing right here. I love it. Riley making his way through the last section of this auto-scroller. There's not a lot you can really do to save a bunch of time here in Cossack 3. It's an auto-scroller. You want to keep the menus down and you want to reduce lag as much as you can, but really it's a pretty straightforward screen. The hardest part is the cockroach fight right here, which there is a really nice strat. This is the quick kill strat for the twin cockroaches. The important part is getting that shot that kills the top and damages the bottom one as it comes out. That's the important part of that strat. And then killing the top there at the second one at the top, just slightly off center to get them exploding balls off the screen as fast as possible. That was perfect by notriley. Perfect strat. Meanwhile, Palpiblade going up against Square Machine, the great equalizer. Square Machine has just a 1% chance of giving you the best pattern possible, which is a 1-1. That's about a 1% chance. So getting a 1-1 is like winning the lottery. Notriley taking up a Pharaoh refill, which is smart in Cossack 4. If you're ever in a race and you're playing Mega Man 4, I highly suggest taking and refilling your Pharaoh right there in Cossack 4. It's perfect. It doesn't lose a lot of time. It's free. It's basically free, and you're gonna be using Pharaoh in the later parts of this run, especially in refights and in Wily 4. So Wily Capsule, I mean. Sorry. So those slinkies that notriley just hit, if you body those slinkies, man, they take a deceptively a lot of damage. Like, you wouldn't think of it, You wouldn't think that they take a lot of damage, but they do. They really hit hard. So, avoiding those slinkies is helpful. Knocking on the shell. Palpiblade's knocking on the shell here. Riley coming into Cossack catcher here. The important thing to note is when you slide, the Cossack catcher basically resets its position, right? So you want to kind of slide into the corner to kind of get him to stop moving around so much. And if you time it right, you can just get him to just go up and down mostly. Riley having a little bit of trouble, but gets it. You want that last shot to hit as you're the farthest to the left as possible, so that way you don't have a lot of time walking back to start this text animation. Not really doing well, getting out of Cossack 4. And lo and behold, it wasn't Dr. Cossack who was the mean evil scientist. It was actually Dr. Wily all along, who kidnapped Dr. Cossack's daughter, Kalinka, held her hostage and forced Dr. Cossack to build these robots for him. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that nuts? That's some crazy plot twist going on in Mega Man 4, man. Let me tell ya. Now, Riley going into Wily 1, which is Wily's bathroom. Nothing but Mets here in the bathroom of Dr. Wily's house. Even the boss is a big old Met. Now, you would think, being an evil mad scientist genius, that you would notice that Mega Man's Buster Shot ricochets off the top of them metal helmets, and you would think to yourself, you know what, why don't I make a Met that doesn't open, that has no weak spot? We just blew his helmet shut, and you'll never be able to defeat him. Why didn't he do that? Look at that, Palpiblade showing you some great Buster only strats with the Cossack twins, which is not easy to do. It's not easy to get them twin cockroaches down with Buster only because of the danger you're in that room. You could easily fall and then start all the way back at the midpoint. So, both of these runners making good progression now. Looks like they got all the kind of nerves and kinks out of their system. Looks like they're running smooth and running solid right now. Nice to see. Oh wow, we're gonna get a top route here in Cossack 4, which is rare. You don't see this unless you're Buster only, because you need a weapon to shoot down that wall to get through. Oh no! Palpiblade took one of them little rising floaters in the backside, fell down the chute. Now he's got to start all over at the beginning, which is a huge time loss. Palpiblade taking the long route, and it has to take it again because of the little floaters. They'll reach up and grab you, man, if you're not careful. I'm gonna tell you. And those pipes that he was jumping on, those are tight jumps. There's only like one tile blocks, right? So you gotta be careful. There we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we're through. Now we're through. First try, right? That was the first try. Taking a little bit cautious because he's low on health, which is smart. Meanwhile, Riley getting through Wily 2 here. Wily 2 is pretty straightforward. Straightforward stage. You're going to use Jet mostly, and mostly just as a utility to just kind of get you through. I mean, because you don't want to be menuing a lot, so You just keep the weapon active as you go through the rest of the stage. You don't menu back and forth 9,000 times. We're gonna switch to Toad here, and thing to note is when Riley comes into Taco Trash's stage, he's gonna do a little small jump and let one of these Toad flushes fly, because it'll skip the health animation, the health fill animation of Taco Trash, and actually go straight into the fight. And Riley just gonna take it on the chin and get him down. That's the fast strat. That is the fastest way to get Taco Trash down. Where you only switch to ring, and you just stay on those platforms, and then get close to him at the end and just ring him down. So that's a really good fast strat kill from Not Riley on Taco Trash. So this is the best of one immediate knockout phase, or is it groups? There's a loser group. They're like, so it is the best of one, but it's a double elimination. So, for example, let me bring up the tournament boards here. For example, the loser of this tournament will go on. We'll go on into the loser bracket, but they don't have anybody to go up against yet. But they'll drop down into the loser bracket. Not Riley or Palpiblade will go in, and they'll face whoever the winner of Great John and Victress is. So whoever wins Victress and Great John will go up against the winner of this one. Meanwhile, the loser will go up against whoever loses in the loser bracket, which is not filled in quite yet. We'll get there. Shout out to Wily landing between Mega Man, Proto Man, and Dr. Cossack, and nobody actually grabs him. He just gets back and his ship is like, right? Yeah. Yeah, the main evil madman is just standing there, and you're just looking at him like, what? What? You're just standing there maniacally, right? You're just standing there like, Not Riley making his way through the dust, making his way through refights. Now you notice, Not Riley is actually doing the faster refights here, the fastest strat, where this strat uses it's a little bit more technical, because you got to really pay attention to how much ammo you have, because you know, every time you go to the next stage, it doesn't refill your ammo in the castle stages, so you have to really watch and really pay attention to how much ammo you have. And if you have enough, you can, they've routed the refights in such a way to where you'll have almost exact ammo to down Wily Capsule with. So it's down to a precise science. They really, shoutouts to everybody in the Mega Man 4 community who's really worked together to kind of help each other find out the best routes and the best strats to do the fastest. I mean, there's all kinds of people in the Mega Man Discord that love to help each other out, love to break down frame by frames, and getting the room times and everything all. Oh no, Palpiblade just took a death there. That was kind of a weird setup for the jet. I don't know what happened, but it looked like he kind of got bodied by that saw and got stuck by Jet, and it just kind of sank him down into that pit. But thankfully, it's not that big of a time loss, because we're just now starting Wily 2, so it's not too bad of a time loss here. Yeah, Gravity Man is a heartless jerk, yeah. Meanwhile, Not Riley going up against Wily Machine. Now, you'll see Riley get Machine down to 1 HP and then switch to Drill, that autofills his next phase of life, and so it starts the fight the next phase instantly and does double damage. So you're actually damaging him twice and starting the fight instantly, the second phase instantly. So it's very nice to do that. Now Riley is on to the last stage here. We're gonna finish up with a really good time. You're looking, Riley's probably looking at a 41 here. Gonna be just over 41 time probably for Not Riley, depending on the pattern he gets. Maybe even a sub 41. If we can get a good pattern, get some double shots, we may be sub 41 here, which is a really, really good time, especially in a race. You know. Palpiblade, yeah, as you can see, doing them Buster only strats on Taco strats, which is a little bit more of a precarious situation because you got to dodge these fireballs and dodge those balloons. Riley's getting there. He almost has him. Oh, there he goes. GG's Riley. 40-49 it looked like. GG's Riley for taking down this race. GG. That was a good race. That's a good run, Riley. Solid time. Solid time. Very solid. Meanwhile, Palpiblade is now entering the refights. So they're not too far behind. Palpiblade's not too far behind. I wonder if they're gonna... if somebody's gonna send an invite to Riley. Who's new? I don't know how they do it. GG Riley taking down this round of the Mega Man 4 tournament. Riley will be moving on to the next round and will face the winner between Great John and Victorous. We'll have to wait to see who Palpiblade goes up against in the losers round. That has yet to be filled out because there's still a lot more Mega Man to be played. There's still a lot of Mega Man 4 race action to be played yet, so we're still filling in the loser brackets, but Riley moving on in the main bracket. GG. Meanwhile, we're going to see Ringman Buster only fight, and it really doesn't matter the order that you kill the bosses here with Buster only strats, obviously, because you're just using Buster, so it really doesn't matter the order. You're just going to go around the horn and get them down as best you can. Oh, Pharaoh, man. Let's see if he'll be a Pharaoh, bro. Looks like he's just standing there taking it. He jumps once. Oh, twice. There we go. There we go. And you always want to kill the Robot Master on the teleporter, so you instantly get teleported out of the fight because you don't want to stick around for the explosions to go off screen. Dive Man is another one of those bosses that can be easy, but it can bite you in the butt faster than anything if you take it for granted, you know, so you gotta be careful. You got to be really careful when it comes to fighting Dive Man, because it can be disastrous. Trust me, I know. Skullman next. Skullman is fairly straightforward. Ooh, gets the God Shield. Look at that. Short and sweet shield by Skullman. I like it. Oh, gets another short shield. Not quite as short as the first one, but pretty short nonetheless. That's some good shield action from Skullman there in that refight. Once again, we're going to have to offset Brightman's health value so he doesn't freeze the screen. It's easy enough to do. We just, you know, a full Buster Shot does 3 HP of damage, and a single Buster Shot, a lemon as they call it, does 1 HP of damage. So it's easy enough to get them off that value. Now the great equalizer Drillman here. See how many dimes it gives old Palpiblade. They're pretty nicely. Okay, let's go down a little bit. Oh man, back-to-back dives, that sucks. I hate when that happens. Okay, we gotta be careful eating. We don't want to eat too much damage, but we made it through. Alright, now we're coming into Wily Machine. I liked how Palpable, if you notice, Palpable ended the refights with the top left Robot Master, so you could just jump right over to the Wily Machine capsule at the top middle pretty easily. So it's a good time save right there. It's a good thing to think about if you're doing Buster only strats. Once again, we can't use any other weapons, so we're gonna have to wait for this life refill. Now the trick here is not to die by these little purple puff balls. That's the trick. So we're gonna be careful. Oh, no, he's down at 1 HP. Oh no. Oh, brutal. Palpable. Going in for round 2. Now we gotta be careful here, because if we game over on Wily Machine, if we game over, we have to do all those refights all over again. That is something that we desperately don't want to do. So we have got to avoid the damage in this. Woo. Oh! Gotta be careful! Oh, he's scaring the crap. He's scaring the bejesus right out of me. I wonder if he has an E-Tank. You can manipulate... Oh, he does have an E-Tank, okay. Whew! Scared me. That's smart to use that E-Tank. And now you can manipulate the movement of the capsule. If you go in a little bit closer to Wily, he will scoot back a little bit to give you a little bit more room instead of crowding you in that corner. So once again, you still gotta dodge those purple bombs. There we go. We get through it that time. Whew! That was scary. Now here's the trick. So we've got a Buster only. Now we can't use Buster for Wily Capsule, right? Like, I don't think it's a viable weapon that we can use. So we actually have to. The one and only time in the Buster only run we have to switch, right? Is somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure we'll have to switch to Pharaoh here to finish off Wily. Because Pharaoh and Ring are the only 2 weapons that will damage Wily here that I know of. I don't think Buster will, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't run Buster only. Oh, see, I was right. Okay. So I was right. We switched. This is the only time you'll see this weapon, a different weapon used in the Buster only fight, because Pharaoh is the main weakness. Ring does 1 HP of damage if you run out of Pharaoh, but we should have plenty. But we definitely don't want to die here, though. Oh my lord! Good lord almighty! No! Oh no, we died. We took it. That's so easy to do in capsule fight, but we're gonna take a strategic game over here because that not only refills our health, but it refills our Pharaoh ammo. So we get a quick little strategic. I call it a strategic game over. We meant to do that so we can refill our ammo. We don't want to be farming for ammo from these slugs. So we'll get right back into it. No big time loss. We just get right back into it and go after Wily hardcore. Look at that. Look at that. Good first position. Almost got the double shot. There's a double shot. Oh, almost had another double shot. And there it is. GG. Palpable. Wow. What a good run. Good run. Good job. Good job, notriley and Palpable. Good work. Way to go. And that is our Mega Man 4 race right there. So congratulations again to notriley4, who will be facing the winner between Victorous and Great John. We'll have to wait to see who Palpable goes up against in the loser brackets. But GG's. It was a great run, great race. I love seeing the different strats here between Buster Only and any percent. Good job. GG's everybody. Shout outs again to Speedgaming Live. If you were in the chat, you'll see all the links. Make sure you follow the runners. Make sure you follow Speedgaming. Make sure you do all the things. And quick shout outs to Mr. Cab for putting this all together and everybody behind the scenes. Good job.
Hello.
Hey, it's Palpable. What's up, Palpable?
Hello. I'm not Palpable, I'm Palpiblade. That's what it
Palpiblade. See, I always mix with... I'm dyslexic, I swear.
Ah, fair.
What's up? GG's.
I mean, I'm Palpable after that run. Holy crap. Thank you for the GG's.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun to watch. I like the Buster Only strats, by the way.
I love really... Buster Only.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What's annoying is that so many times I would mess up, and I'm like, gosh dang it! I would try to go for some new things that you don't really see in Buster Only, and I wouldn't get it, and I would die because of it, and then I would get it the next time, which was very frustrating that I just couldn't get it the first time.
Yeah, well, that's how it goes, especially in racing. I was saying earlier, you know, when you're racing, that's when you find out the most about your run because that's when the most mistakes happen.
Oh yeah,
it seems like every time I race, it just goes off the rails. Yeah, it just goes off the rails every time.
1 HP on Wily 3. Listen, all I'm happy is that I didn't die in Cossack 3. I am notorious for doing that.
Yeah,
and so I'm just glad it didn't happen.
You know, there was a few points where it was you had me worried a few times.
Buster Only is a very scary category, especially in Mega Man 4 because there's just so many tight jumps. There's one in Toad Man, one in Skull Man. Yeah. Right. Trying to get Balloon is always aggravating.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, for sure. But you handled it really well. I was actually saying in the middle of the stream, you know, I was really impressed with your overall movement, you know, in the Buster Only run. I mean, you looked pretty solid. You looked like you were a seasoned pro at doing Buster Only strats. It looked really clean. Looked like a really good run.
Aside from the 7 deaths,
aside
aside from the 7 deaths, it was.
yeah. Aside from the mistakes, which happens, it happens to everybody. It happens to me. So like, aside from just the normal, everybody's gonna have those mistakes. I mean, everything looked like a really solid run. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. I got under an hour because I've been playing Mega Man 1 Buster only for like months now, trying to get that record, and it just hasn't happened. And in preparation for this tournament, I actually got a new.
Oh, I think we're over.
We're overtime. Oh, sad.
Yeah, your mic went weird on me. It was weird.
Hello?
All right, well, I guess that does it for us. So, thanks again, everybody, for hanging out with us, and make sure you guys tune in tonight. At I can't remember the time of the run. I think it's 8 o'clock Eastern. Is another Conster and Tempest Mask is going at it. So I'll be there for comms again tonight. So we'll see you later tonight, guys. Thanks for playing. Thanks for the race. Enjoy your afternoon.